This is the Breakaway. For those watching on Facebook, YouTube and Twitter, welcome along. Primoz Roglic remains in red as his young compatriot Tadej Pogacar took a second stage win at the Vuelta España. A wonderful day for Slovenian cycling, doing incidentally what the Irish did earlier in the race, just as a little reminder. So here is then the GC at the end of today, and Roglic still in the lead, Valverde still second, losing time though. Pogacar has jumped up to third, he's just outside the 3-minute mark. Miguel Angel Lopez loses time and the white jersey. At Nairo Quintana just over 3.5 minutes out, with Maika, Ede, Hagen, Calderman and Turns making up the rest of the top 10. We'll speak about Pogacar in a little minute, but Primoz Roglic, Adam and Brian still alongside me here. Adam, we talk about Roglic not being a pure climber, that he's more of an all-rounder, time trialist, whatever, but he is climbing like a pure climber, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Who said that? Whoever said that, he said
Brian.
Ridiculous.
It was Brian.
No, yeah, that's my end of that comment on it. Yeah, ridiculous. He's a GC rider, and I think most people who can time trial can hold a high sustained power for quite a long time, and he's always been good at time trialing. So I think recently he's got more into the GC role and better at climbing. He's obviously lost some weight, so he's an out-and-out climber really now. So
Brian, how can he be beaten then? How can his rivals take him on, and the likes of Movistar and Astana? Where can he find his weak spot?
They have to keep trying. That's the first thing they have to do. They cannot look at that performance because he killed everybody in the time trial. Today, you can say he's, on the steep climbs. I was expecting where he went, Valverde would be there, because if you look back to the Mar de la Costa climb, Valverde was good there, and we're starting to see a little bit of weakness with Valverde now. But where is Roglic's weakness? And if you look at it thinking he's won this, we start looking for the podium position, which I think it's going to go through the minds of some of these riders now, because not only are they fighting, Movistar have got 2 riders there, Stan have got 1 rider there, but now Pogacar's back in the fray. They're thinking, this young kid has come in and he's killing us now, and we want to be on this podium come Madrid. So as soon as you start thinking that Roglic and battling for the podium, then Roglic is going to run away with it. So I still think there's a few bullets to be fired by Movistar and Astana.
Well, Astana fired a lot of bullets today, didn't they, Adam? But you think maybe too hard, too soon?
I think so, yeah. I think they just went all in with sort of 35k to go, and they just rode so hard on the front. And I think they rode so hard at the wrong time. I think great that they've taken the race up. They want to get the stage win. They want to get time back for Lopez, but they just did it in the wrong way, I think. I think they started too soon and too quickly. I think they should have, started riding, set the pace high, and then get into that last climb and then set the pace. That's what he's good at, setting the pace high on a climb, not on the flats and downhills. It's not going to be hard enough for them behind. And obviously, going downhill, he's a super light guy. It's going to be harder for him, isn't it? So I think it's just a rethink, really. But yeah, I don't think he had the legs today, really, to be honest.
I think it was the right tactic by Astana today. I think they done what they set out to do. When you get a team...
They didn't, right? They lost time, they didn't set out.
Yeah, I know.
And the white jersey.
But it was Lopez that let them down. Yeah, Lopez let them down. But I think the way they rode in there, when you ride in at speed, and they rode in at speed, you start to worry everybody, and you start to question your tactics, because they had their tactics set out. Everybody else had their tactics set out. But when you get a team riding that hard into a climb, you're thinking, and Adam's thinking that Lopez is on a super day. If they're riding that fast, he's on a super day, he's going to go, and you start questioning yourself, you start questioning your own tactics and what you're going to do. But it was Lopez that let them down, in my eyes. Not the team, it was Lopez that let them down.
Well, one man who got all his tactics right on the day, and his game plan, of course, to eat time into his rivals. Primoz Roglic, let's hear from him now.
Is this even better than what you expected? It's nice to be on the top now, so yeah, nice day.
Are you surprised that you dropped the Colombians?
Yeah, it was a big fight, and yeah, it was nice for Slovenian cycling, I think, today.
You have made history for Slovenia a few times. Now, do you have to win this Vuelta to be the first Slovenian to win a Grand Tour, or Pogacar will be first?
Yeah, that we will see in Madrid, but so far, yeah, it's going really good.
3 minutes on most of your competitors.
Yeah, it is an advantage. So yeah, but still far from the finish. Still some really hard days to come. But yeah, so far so good. Thank you.
Well, he didn't look too bothered there by the suggestion that Pogacar could be the man taking the red jersey. And we've got a tweet from one of our regular correspondents, Cycling Mad. Is it possible Pogacar could win it? He's looking like the best climber at the moment, Brian.
I don't think he can win it. I think Roglic proved that in the time trial today, that he is the favourite. Pogacar now has to think about podium, and this is new for him. I know he won l'Avenir and he's won many World Tour races this year, and he's really, really impressive. But even Pogacar has to think about, you have to think about how can he put that young man on the podium. And it's not about the way he rides it, he just attacks. You can see him on that climb at the finish there. He's not frightened to go on the front, go on the attack and possibly blow. But they just have to think a bit sensibly now and think, how can they get that young man on that podium come Madrid?
And before we came on air just a moment ago, you were saying how Pogacar is the national cyclocross champion. What is it about cyclocross riders these days?
Don't know, I hate him.
Never tempted? Give it a go.
Yeah, I think it's getting more. I think now the season's getting shorter and the winter's getting more intense. I think it's a good way to do it now. You saw in the past a lot of people do 6 days, and I think the cyclocross is becoming a lot easier to jump from cyclocross onto road now, as track used to be. Track used to be able to jump from track to road, but weight training to come in and a lot more things to it. With cyclocross, it's all about being skinny. It's all about high power and recovery quickly.
And getting dirty, which you don't like doing.
And I don't like getting dirty, no. Well, but it's very similar to road racing in a short spurt of time. So it is very similar in a way that you have to do high power and do a lot of sprints and recovery. So I guess that's why we're seeing all these guys come in, sadly.
I think a lot of the youngsters do look at other disciplines, and it's good for the sport and the youngsters that they are doing that, because it keeps them motivated. In my day, I did a wee bit of bicycle polo on grass and things like that. Yeah.
So Brian, you didn't, did you?
Yeah, because
didn't.
sometimes, yeah, with a mallet and everything.
You didn't.
So
But
we're going to get those pictures. I promise we're going to get those pictures.
As you're a youngster, I think it's
good. What did you take from that into bike riding?
Nothing. But I just thought I'd mention it. But the youngsters, what they do is they do different disciplines, like Adam's saying, track, mountain bike and cyclocross and things like that. It gives you skills, because there's a lot of times that when you ride a road season and then come the winter and you start on training again, it's very difficult to keep motivated year after year after year. So if you do something else, it keeps you a little bit motivated and you have a bit of fun doing it at the same time.
I still can't believe that. I've got to see the pictures. If any of you at home have any cross-transferable sports to cycling, I want to hear them. It's going to be
especially
hard to beat that. Bicycle polo. Hashtag the breakaway. Well, cyclocross is the new thing, the old new thing. They're always, aren't they? And Tadej Pogacar is bossing both at the moment. Let's hear from him now.
Today, what a day for Slovenian cycling. When and how did you decide to attack with Primož?
Well, I didn't attack. I just went on the front, set my pace, because I knew that the hard part is coming, and I push hard so nobody attacks. And then Machin said to me on the radio, all in trouble, and I looked behind, only Roglic was following me, and then I just pushed more, and in the end it was really a good day for me.
Second stage victory, now also the white jersey. Is that a new goal now for you?
Yeah, I think I cannot say now that I go day by day, but for sure I want to come in Madrid high in GC, but you never know. It's still a lot of stages to come. But with the team, we will do everything that we can to keep the place.
Obviously, you rode in the front together with Primož with the same interest in GC. But did he tell you that the stage was for you?
Yeah, we just rode as hard as we can, because we know that every second counts, so we ride full gas. In the end, it didn't matter if you win or I win. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Congrats again.
Well, we've got time just for one final question today, and that's from Neil Buckley asking the serious questions here on the breakaway. Does everyone fear Adam Blythe coming with his shirts and up their fashion game? Neil reckons the panel are looking pretty on point today. Brian, do you fear Adam's shirts?
I can't look, to be honest with you, most of the time. I keep on concentrating on yourself and the camera there, because I try to keep a straight face when I look at him.
Well, I challenged Adam to a mini skirt off.
How many days is he here for?
Adam was almost up for it. Will we see one, Adam, over the next few days?
It's nice to surprise people, like Brian is with his same shirts every day.
Never
Consistent,
a surprise.
consistent.
We've got Mr.
It's a key
Consistent
to
in the
a
middle.
3-week tour.
Absolutely.
Consistency.
Right, well, well, at least two bicker. Let's look ahead to stage 14, shall we? Because it should be a bit of a rest for the GC men and a chance at last for the fast men to stretch their legs. We're starting in San Vicente de la Barquera. We have 188 kilometres on the road to Oviedo, and it is a relatively flat one. Just the one categorised climb, a Cat 3 in the last 20 kilometres. The sprinters teams will surely be working here to stop the breakaway from making it to the line first. Well, before that, we have highlights of today's stage at 8 p.m. British Summertime on Eurosport 1. We'll be back with stage 14 tomorrow from 1:45 on the same channel. And also tomorrow, don't forget, of course, we have stage 1 of the Tour of Britain. That will be live on the Eurosport player from midday with highlights at 9 p.m. on Eurosport 2. Well, it was a tough test for the riders on stage 13, and once again it was Tadej Pogacar who proved to be the toughest of them all, taking the stage win with Primoz Roglic in red. We're into the penultimate weekend next, and who else would you rather spend your weekend with, eh? We'll be here and waiting for you tomorrow.
Coverage of La Vuelta on Eurosport is sponsored by Zwift, where fun is fast.